Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a special edition of the Tony Wolfe Unhinged podcast. Not only is it going to be a podcast for the next few weeks, but it's going to be a vlogcast. Been meaning to do this for a while, just couldn't get the studio set up, so hope everything looks good. I'm working on it, so just take it easy with me. This week's episode is my review, spoiler-filled, of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Went and saw it last week, and Sam Raimi truly put a lot of his filming techniques, his jump scares, his horror genre feel in the cinematography, the jumping through the multiverses and seeing multiple versions of Doctor Strange, of Mordo, of getting to meet some of the other Marvel characters that we haven't met to this point. That was a major accomplishment. And the fact that they brought a version of the Illuminati into the movie really made that, even though they were only there for a little bit, it made the movie and sets up so many things. I was reading an article late last week, early this week. Kevin Feige was talking about stuff that he had done in the Loki series on Disney Plus, that it ties directly into the Spider-Man No Way Home and to Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. So if you didn't get a chance to see Loki when it was on Disney Plus, go back and watch it, because there's things there that are setting up all of Phase 4 and most of Phase 5. They basically acknowledged that there's going to be a Secret Invasions miniseries on Disney Plus, and they're doing Secret Wars as probably one of the next big Avengers-based movies, where if we thought the Thanos storyline and the Infinity Gauntlet storyline was crazy, we ain't seen nothing yet, because they're going to be bringing wizards and witches. They're going to have multiverse versions of different characters. We may even get to see characters from the animated series show up in live action. I really enjoyed it. There were a few places where you could see they had cut for time, so there were some jumps that I felt if they would have put that extra half hour back into the hour and 15 or 2 hours and 15-minute movie, it would have made it a hell of a lot better. But Sam Raimi did a great job for taking a cinematic movie such as Marvel's been putting out and putting his twist on it. So I hope everybody enjoyed it. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Benedict Cumberbatch, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Elizabeth Olsen, the whole cast, they hit it out of the park again. And some of the characters that they're pulling into as background characters, they may be third-level Marvel characters, but they're doing stuff with them that makes sense for somewhere down the road. All right, I'm back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. My house phone started going off. My cell phone started going off. But back to Doctor Strange 2 in the Multiverse of Madness. It had 2 post-credit scenes, and it was, one was wrapping up a joke that happens in every Sam Raimi film, and the other one was setting up a character that will show up somewhere down the road in other Marvel movies and in the next Doctor Strange. So that's my ramblings on Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Marvel, you've done it again, but quit cutting the run times down. If the runtime should be 3 hours or 2 hours and 45 minutes, let it be, because it's not pulling the movie down. It's taking away in plot cuts that could make the story better. But Again, I am your host, Tony Wolfe. And for those who ask, that is the stage name. That I have a real name, and if you know me, you know what it is. So, but otherwise, I go by Tony Wolfe for anything I film on here. Very rarely, unless I'm not doing a character-driven thing, I'll use Tony Wolfe. But this episode is going to be a little different from some of my other episodes. This week's episode is talking about somebody who has no experience running a business, which is me. But I have, as you can see, video knowledge. I have a voice for radio. And I have been around retail, been around construction, been around professional wrestling, been around other businesses, on and off for 45 years, maybe less than that. But I'm working on starting a small graphic design and consulting firm. And you may ask, Tony, what do you know about consulting? Excuse me. You ask me, Tony, what do you know about consulting? Well, consulting is the play on common sense. A business has a problem or has multiple problems. You go to them and say, okay, what are your problems? My phone again, somebody texted me. They go, what are your problems? You go, what are your problems with this business? Are you not bringing in enough customers? Are you spending more money than you're making? Are your profit margins just not there? Or is it more to do with you're doing everything that you know to do, but you've got employees that aren't motivated, or customers that come in and they're not sure what they're wanting, but you don't know how to help them. You know what you're selling, but you don't know how to help them with certain questions. Well, that's where I come in. I can sit down and we can go over all the stuff. You can tell me your problems of problem 1, problem 2, problem 3, so forth and such like. Then I will take that and I will sit down and I will create a paper that will say, okay, this is your problem. Step 1 to fixing it is this. Step 2 to fixing it is this. Step 3 is this. And then there may be 4 or 5 other steps. But we come to a solution of what you want for each one of those problems. So you have problems, then you have solutions. So it's the same as cause and effect. You have a cause that's causing you problems, and the effect is fixing the problems and making things more efficient, better, so forth. Now, I work in retail right now myself, and been in retail on and off for 13 years. Have done mainly floor stuff, been asked to take on management jobs, and will not do it because a lot of the people that I have seen, that I have worked with, have never been taught work ethic, or managers who don't know how to treat their employees, work with their employees. It's, if you suck up to me, you get things. If you are a pain in my butt and cause problems all the time, you aren't getting diddly. Well, that's not the way to do it. You have to be willing to help everybody. So I cannot put up with a bunch of people who think and act that way. So that's why I have never been a manager. Now, have I taken classes? For business, yes. I have an associate's in applied business for digital media. So I understand, like I said, the graphic design, the video work, some web design. But I'm trying to expand on that. If a company has no business cards, has no website, has no promotional or ways to promote, no social media, and you're wondering why your business is down, that might be the reason. Yes, it could be the economy, but it could also be the fact that people just don't know you're there. So, if you watch this video, my suggestions give you a little bit of ideas, great. If you want to contact me, I'll have my email here in the bottom on this video. I will also link my social media, my website, etc. to this video, and you can go look at some of the stuff that I have done for myself. And if all goes well, hopefully by the end of this year I'll have a business up and running, if the economy doesn't tank and if I can come up with the capital to do with. That's the main problems right now, is having capital and having confidence. Well, I have the confidence that I can do it. I may not know step by step, but I think I can do it. So now it's proving myself to other people and to other businesses. So hopefully this gave you all some help on promoting yourself, promoting your business, and if not, getting a hold of a consultant who might be able to help you express your ideas in a better way. So again, this is Tony Wolfe. This is the Tony Wolfe Unhinged podcast. You never know what I'm going to say, because, yeah, I'm unhinged, I know. So I'll see you next week, and have a good one.